Salute, salute, salute. Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people, the struggle, what's going on, what's good, how you been, how you do. Let's get it, what's going on. Ah, yes, it is. It is definitely uh, good. This is a very good Friday to be back live in the building. Let me adjust my little seat here. To be alive in the building, doing what we come to do. Elevate, educate, invigorate, and all that. My graph, what up? Salute, Cali. Big E. Brownsville's finest. Salute, salute. Mariamu. What's going on? So, I don't know what transpired yesterday. Hey, Kelly Mills. What's going on with you? I don't know what transpired yesterday. Salute, Aunt. But there were many reports, fake news, trumped up reports that this young man had actually beaten the case. Now, I wasn't one to speak very often of this case. I didn't follow it. Again, I chalked it up as a symptom of the disease that has become the entertainment industry. As we always say, it's not our culture. It is a culture that was invaded and substituted and presented as hip hop, right? So all of the things that go on within it, the murders, the drug dealing, the prostitution, the abuses, right? The sexism, the chauvinism, the thievery of the artist, all that is just symptoms. That's it. Cincinnati, Ohio, what up? So, when I saw the case, it was what it was. Initially, my first thoughts is always who draws down a weapon on a sister, on a black woman, all right? Of course, that's always the initial thought. And then I gotta shake my head and say, hold on, wait a minute. Ain't no sister. Ain't no sister. That's somebody who sold a lot, sold their soul, sold their ass, sold their reputation to get into the entertainment industry, into the recording industry. And that ain't no regular brother. That's someone who sold his soul, might have sold a little tail. Grippers could have got moisturized, tenderized just to make music, just to see. So this is not a regular DV case. This is a case again, of what it is. People in the recording industry. And I don't really, again, I don't place that in the same line as we do the general population outside of that industry. A lot of things go on within that. So I didn't really research, I really didn't stay on the case. Every time something was revealed, I didn't listen to the back and forth disc records between the two. Excuse me. Didn't really matter to me much. At the beginning of the trial, there were statements made online and personally, you dig, that triggered me to make a statement, which I had to, because I come to realize that many of our women was identifying trauma bonding, you understand, with this lady. Salute, salute. Thank you for the super chat, Naj. Thank you. My light is appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. And again, I don't believe that we're going to move past that for some time until we have some dialogues, deep rooted dialogues, not on false storylines, not on pretend narratives, but on truth. When we deal with truth about violence towards our women, violence towards our kids, which I spoke about almost every day, and ask people to stop it, prevent it, to take a look at their behaviors on both sides, right? On both sides, right? The behaviors have to change in order for us to have quality relationship between our men and women. So, shit made me never mind. But there were reports out that he beat it yesterday. Early reports, like the jury deliberated. He beat all the charges. He only had a gun charge. Many reports. Funny how I couldn't find any of those reports today. Right? I couldn't find any of it. Vitamins, salute, Des. So, I did happen to come across one. And for me, it's the most important one, because it was very specific. I had to screenshot it, and they said that he beat everything. And this report came from No Jumper, who we know has nothing to do with this, but yet always are inserting themselves when it has to do with anything cultural based, especially black. They won't report on their shit. These just happen to be one of these sites, podcasts, right? Twitter spaces, Instagram posts. They make sure that they're on every social media platform speaking on our issues. So lo and behold, they were the only ones who I guess didn't either delete or erase the post from yesterday where they say he beat all those charges. So I was thrown back today when a comrade this evening told me that this man got convicted of everything. I was like, everything? Everything. Wow. 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 Excuse me. And as I said in the past, if he did it and he gets convicted, oh, woe is his ass. Woo-wee. On your ass, Mr. Postman. Yes, sir. It's time to go to Hooskow. And as customary, yeah, you blue trial. Let's step to the back. ROR is dead. Bail is dead. Nah. Remand. You just blew, homeboy. Come on in. Nice suit and all. Come on inside. Come home. Yeah. But this where you gonna be for a nice little minute. This is where you gonna be for a nice little minute. And some people may find it very humorous. Some people may be very angered, right? Like his dad. You're not late April. You here. You here, sweetness. You are here. You understand? Other people may be glad, you know, but it's not funny. South Central New York, what up, what up? It's not funny. You dig? Because it just lends to the fact that no matter what we do, no matter what line of work, what levels you achieve within that level, like whatever that line of work is, excuse me, you always must be mindful, must be very mindful of the justice system. Do you understand? Now, I watched it. Again, I'm not a particular, well, I'm not particularly a fan of his music. I only know a couple of the songs. I know he could spit a little bit. But I know primarily he's a singer, crooner, R&B type. At some point, he reached a level where people called him great. He's going to be one of the next great ones. And we're going to pause there because this isn't about him. The next individual in this build is Young Thug, who we see is not as fortunate to have been out on bail. This man is, you know, in a Hooskow. And his situation is very different, but the end result will keep them in a shared experience. Now, he is in the news on a daily because everything around him or everyone around him is being afforded the opportunity to give up some information in order for them to go home. All right? By means of snitching, telling, providing statements, taking a plea. And the impact, excuse me, that will have on young men in our communities, y'all haven't even seen that yet. What's going on with these RICO cases on these rap groups, right? These rap organizations, these rap, right, companies. We haven't even seen it yet. We haven't even seen the effects of it yet. There's going to be a level of mistrust in our communities, right? That is going to rival anything that we have seen. And the deaths that's going to come about from this lack of trust, from what these kids believe is a street element, codes, laws, or a way to be. It's going to be out of this world. Out of this world. The effect that they believe that it is going to have, nah. See, what they believe that they're creating is an element where people are going to accept, not tolerate, but accept the idea that you can behave in a criminal manner and just tell. They think that that's going to be something that our youth and the youth that come after the next generation is going to, grow an acceptance of it and keep the powers that be, all right. This is, again, salute, E, much appreciated. This is a strategy and a tactic that didn't work for anyone. It doesn't work for terrorist organizations. It didn't work for any of the mafias, right? Whether it was Russian, Italian, you dig what I'm saying? None of that. Asian, it didn't work for any group. For the cartels, none of that. None of that. When you integrate into the minds and the behaviors of these individuals who really weren't built for it in the beginning and think that that's going to work to your benefit, wrong. You're just going to open the floodgates of blood. That's it. That's it. Because when they can no longer trust each other, they're going to get into a frame of thinking where everything is going to be one hit, one lick, just a one over. Do things with each other. If it's a substantial enough amount, I can't trust him. He can't trust me. If the shit goes south, he might give me up. That's exactly what's going to take place. And we're going to have to go through that stage for a few number of years before people get it together, unless people start listening. And as I always say, get out of a criminal mentality and into a revolutionary, a liberating mentality, right? So we've had a whole lot of discussion about Young Thug, right? And a whole lot of discussion about Tory. But now there has been another individual who we haven't, excuse me, heard much about that deals with the justice system, and that was the release of MUTULU Shakur. All right? Released after over 30 years of incarceration. And if it wasn't for MUTULU Shakur, I mean, we can make the argument that the imagery, the behavior, and the attitude of these individuals, the Young Thug, the Tories, these drill, that energy, that thug life, that bravado, that I don't care about establishment attitude. If it wasn't for him and what he put into Tupac Shakur, that these other individuals wouldn't even matter. They wouldn't even be known. So how do we have so much information on these two and no information on the release of MUTULU Shakur? Not even from the conscious or woke communities. This man who put in the ultimate work several times, not once or twice, multiple. This is who he was. This is his impact. This was his gift to show people a behavior of, I don't give a fuck about your system. I don't care about your institutions. I will show you what I think about your institutions. I will teach my people how to go against your institutions and keep rocking out until I transition. And he taught the beautiful Tupac Shakur. He taught him, raised him up, gave him fundamentals, a foundation, a framework of how to be wherever he was, whether he was on a movie set, whether he was on a television show set, whether he was recording music or in the streets. So he can be released with his honor intact, never ratted, never snitched, never whined, never cried. You understand? Never apologized, never showed weakness in the face of his oppressor, his enemy. Stood tall, even in the worst of health. His knowledge, his leadership, and he is released. He is on the streets, a living legend, a comrade, a leader. Everything that all of these people is saying we need. At any given time, we need a leader. We need someone solid. Not no job-ass political pundit. No. Right? Quiet. Not a peep. But we can focus on these two effeminate-ass men and have discussions which separate us. These things separate us. There was no coming together after a discussion about Tory's case. There's no coming together after a discussion on Young Thug's case. These things are so vile and less than who we are that the mere discussion of it is a disservice. It's a waste. There's so many different layers you have to pull from in order to get teachable moments from it. But yet here I can sit here and speak about MUTULU Shakur all night and give jewel after jewel, layer after layer. So as the justice system releases one, out the back door, quiet. They gather two, and those are just the two popular ones of the day. Because as we know, about 10,000 across the nation went in with them. Oh yeah, they're not alone. They're not alone. Trust. Tory blew trial. 10,000 other black men blew trial within minutes of each other, all around this nation. Yet we speaking, or they're speaking on those two. Why? Why? Those are the two that psychologically has the most impact. We're watching someone who was at the epitome of everything spooky, came through the door with individuals in the recording industry who had little suspect acts, wore dresses, everything. All the spooky stuff. Went to the parties, partied up, party, did everything in order to be secure within that world. Smashed out, wiped out with the quickness. And we watched another whose dad is saying he refused the party. So whether you go to the party or you refuse to party, the justice system is waiting for their little young black asses. That is the layer of this week. And it is not to remain in that space of these entertainers, because we also had several athletes this week find their way into that justice system. Yeah. A couple of athletes. Seen a monkey ass go right up in there too. So what do we do? No, seriously. What do we do? What does this say about who we are? That we can focus on people who were given opportunity and wasted it and found their way to the justice system. What does that say about us, that we can give more attention to that than to the man who made an attempt to destroy the justice system, destroy the institutions that keep us in that system, right? And destroy our enemy and the ideas of our people. When it comes to that enemy, destroy the ideas that they're so great that they can't be destroyed, that they can't be destroyed. We pay more attention to that than to him. What does that say about us and what we're teaching to these next generations? Every step of the way, that justice system is waiting. Every step of the way. It's been waiting since 1865, 1866. It's been waiting. And it is an absolute fact. You're not getting away from it. Whether it's you, whether it's your sons, or your grandson, or a friend of yours, whether it's this system, the criminal justice system, is the biggest weapon that they have against our people. And if it can find Tory, and if it can find Young Thug, right? Who, again, these people with these names, these labels, these stamps. You better start with that. You need some more positive names if you believe you're going to continue in that industry, right? Oh, yeah, we need to. So again, if it can find them and find our athletes and find our politicians, if that justice system, the criminal, can find those individuals, regardless of what they do, what does that say for us if we still doing that? At what point do we change? Because you notice I never said that this justice system was wrong for doing what it's doing. I never said that. I've never said that in this particular case. Again, play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. And in the eyes, right, of what they are accused of doing, should they not pay? Should they not be punished? That's where we at with it. That's where we at with it. So moving further, we cannot continuously have these conversations that's going to pull us further apart. We cannot put ourselves in the space of those, you understand me, who have very different life and death styles. I'm telling you from somebody who's been there. I'm telling you from somebody who participated in criminality to a degree that many of y'all couldn't even dream of. Couldn't even dream of it. All day, every day. All day, every day. Salute, Kendall Hampton. Salute, salute. Much appreciated. I have to keep going, even when I'm not at 100%. Right? So what do? There has to be behavioral change. You dig? There has to be behavioral change. All right? Strong one, salute. Bernadette. It's always you, Bernadette. Always you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to straighten you right on now. What do you think about Tory's death was saying? His dad didn't say nothing that the comrade and I haven't spoke about several times. I mean, this is, and what, we have 178 in the chat. At least 100 people in the chat done said the same thing his father said. We have a very intelligent tribe here. So we know that's surface level stuff that his father's saying. Again, they always going to give you that. They're always going to give you that. Tell us what he really said, Dad. Don't wait for a book deal. Don't wait for you to have your run around social media and all the podcasts start wanting to pay you a little something to come through. What did he really say? Why didn't he really sign? You know, because they're going to, you know, of course, he won't come here. I tell you that now. Like I said, I don't interview people. I get interviewed. But he's not. I wonder if is he going to come to the Comrade Show? Is his father going to go to Doggy Diamonds TV with the story? If you want to know what I think about it, will he be on the Comrade Show tomorrow, Sunday or Monday, with the exclusive? Or is he going to make a whole media run to get the pockets lined up? Or is he going to come and expose and expound on the truth? Did the whole incident begin, you know, because this woman pulled out, you know what I'm saying, some peckerwood? Not peckerwood, or you know, Peter Pecker Johnson in the back of the whip. You know, because this is what people want to know. People want to know truth. So, you know, people are going to That Jay Perez, that shit ain't new. That's not new. Okay. This chick is a rat. This chick was part of a cartel. She ratted on her peoples. She rocked with Rock Nation. She rock. That's not new. That shit ain't shocking and surprising. That wasn't no no aha moment. Wasn't it? Shit, all of us been that shit is we've been saying that. Been saying that. Tell me something new. Well, tell the people something new. Because I really don't give a damn. I don't give it affects me none. I'm still trying to figure out how to stop people in East New York from killing each other over bullshit. I'm still trying to figure out how to make sure our children get properly educated. I'm still trying to figure out how to keep our women safe in the street. I don't care if she got a thumb in between the panties or not. Don't matter to me none. So it is what it is. You know, of course, you know, his father's going to be passionate. But instead of waiting till he blew trial, when he said the witness didn't speak to him, didn't do this, why wasn't that said that day? So you can stop them in their bullshit. As soon as it happened, why wasn't you out in front of those cameras? Because again, you want to play the game. You want to continuously allow certain things to take place, knowing full well the potential outcome. Been in there, lawyer tells shit, oh, no, you can't say that. The trial is still going on. You could disturb some. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. They was trying to railroad me, man. I wowed out in court. Ran the jury out of the jury. Oh, get the jury out, bailiff. Calm your client. You not. That ain't my attorney. He ain't calming shit down. He not presenting this case the way I needed to be presented. I told y'all from the rip, this ain't my attorney. Blew the whole shit up. You don't wait. If it's something that's not right and exact, you stop it in its tracks right then and there. So what good is it now? Him making these statements. What good is it? Your boy's about to be sentenced. They took him in the back. You think that you think Jay gonna answer him? Business as usual. Remember, Jay said he be so high on the plane, he don't hear the bullshit. Business as usual for me, homie. That's how that go down. So you can't play, you can't dance, right? In the devil's lair. It's the devil cutting up. Pop, 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 pop. And think that you're gonna have a good outcome. You understand? You can't do that, right? Because people wanna check this hot shit out. People wanna believe in the Most High. All the time, yo, I believe in the Most High. There's a higher spiritual power. I believe in the Most High. But y'all don't believe in the Most Low. Y'all don't believe in the devils. You got to. How can you believe in the Most High and not believe in the Most Low? They both have to exist. So you believe in the Most High so much that you ignore the Most Low? You ignore him so much that you dance with him and play with him. And when you get stung, you get stung and your ass swell up. Now you want to question yourself. You want to question your faith. That's backwards thinking. That's ass backwards thinking. Jumping in the lanes. That's what they do. Salute, salute. Most appreciated, T. Holiday. That's what it is. That's where we at right now. And this is why I build so much. This is why I come on and make the attempt to shake people up. Because that is what we've become. None of us is here living to our potential because you're following bullshit. And you're not questioning it. And if you do question it, you question it to a minimal degree because you're uncomfortable when you realize the work it's going to take to get up out of this shit. So you want to believe in the Most High, but you're sitting there getting a decision on your life based on a jury of 12 demons. Make it make sense. Salute, Ricky. You make that make sense. Make it make sense. Solid sense. Solid sense. You're going to believe in the Most High. But allowing 12 demons to dictate the faith of your son. That shit. Excuse me, y'all. Where this shit at? That shit is just crazy. And I've been there. I watched my father cry when I blew trial. I watched my sister stand up and have a fit, throwing anything she could at the jury. I've been there. I know what that shit is like. Told my people, don't come because y'all don't understand this shit here. Because I walk hand in hand with that devil. Nigga, I punched him in the mouth many a times. I chose that shit as a war to get into. I looked them devil dead in their face. Every time I took something from them. Every time I bust them in the mouth with a piece of that metal. I know I gotta accept my punishment. Gotta accept that. What you gonna do? But the people don't understand that. Especially when they believing in something that is made up. When you believe that your loved ones can go into these industries, these institutions, these systems, and take that nasty ass money and give y'all some type of life. Oh, he has a home. He balling, man. My son got a Bentley. He got the finest clothes and jewelry and fans all over the world. That ain't shit from the most high. That shit from the most low. So when this shit start tumbling down, you got the whole lot. You got a whole lot. Gotta hold it. That's part of it. This part is part of it. And they're doing it more and more and more. Because the resources are drying up. We can't keep letting these niggas run around in the finest clothing. And automobile technology and sticking their penis in the finest of the Euro women. No, sir. And some of them don't even want our Euro women. They want us. They're looking at our Euro boys and they're playing with us. Oh, no, no, no. We can't have that. Lock them up. Because you see our young men, they don't have any qualms about wearing these dresses and these purses and lipstick and these eyeshadows and gallivanting around with pale women that don't speak English. They don't have no problems with it. Because for them, the reward is much greater. So they got to find a way to stop it. What's the quickest way to stop a black man? Put his ass in a jail cell. Quick. And it isn't hard to do when you don't have a behavior. When you don't have the behavior and the discipline to check yourself. Easy for them to lock you up. Throw shit right at you. So I could just imagine that night. Could imagine the thoughts that he was having that night. Man, I done knocked this stallion down a few times. I done knocked her friend down a few. Now I'm about to get at this Jenna bitch. Damn, I'm that nigga. And what happened? Oh. The most low came to collect. Oh, no. You won't be getting none of them grippers no more. It's time for you to pay your keep. Because the Most High ain't give you that shit. Most High ain't give you none of them stallion grippers. Most High ain't give you a girlfriend grippers. And knowing what I know about them young folks, y'all might have had a little togetherness going on. Might not have been no behind the back shit. That could be storyline too. For all we know, all three of them got the mingling. And he said, man, I'm tired of y'all. I need some of that Euro grip over there because she got that Euro bread and could put me in a different space than you two bitches could ever put me in. So he was gone for it. Hey, Miss Jenna, let me sing you a song personally. Let me sing this shit. Let me show you the gift that the Most High gave me. And belt that shit out. Ooh, got her giggling. And the Most Low said, no, you done hit the wrong note, nigga. And put that envy and that jealousy and that drunken ass stallion. And we are where we at right now today. A father hurting, a family hurting, a sister crying out. Again, a justice system weaponized against us. When are we going to stop being victims of that? When are we going to stop being victims of that? And I ask that continuously. At what point are we going to learn our potential to be greater and step away from all that bullshit? When are we going to demand ourselves to rely on each other? That's always there. That's always there. I left that shit 18 years ago. And got comrades still in it. And got comrades that was in it 10 years before that. And comrades that was in it 10 years before that. They just let the main comrade out. He was in there 35, 36, 7 years. That shit goes nowhere. So why are you running to it? Why, when you get resource and opportunity to do better, you run to it? It's not an excuse that you can ever give me, because I have nothing. And work. How can you have everything and end up in there? So that's what I think about his father's statement. It is what it is. Yeah, dirty, dirty game. Well, you know, that and a whole bunch of other things that transpired this week. You know, while I was down and, you know, trying to get my balance back right. You know? It's been a long, long week for a lot of people. You know? A lot of people. It just should be in a space where people have to look at these things. That's being presented. Again, we do not know the truth, right? We only looking at what's being presented to us. Let's not forget, these are industry people, all right? The world is their stage, okay? The world is their stage. So you could be watching that just like we watching another television show. Okay? We can be watching that the way we are watching any other television show. Exactly, Michael. Truman Show type shit. Which is why I said that statement last week that black women should not identify and trauma bond with the pain of a whore of the industry. Don't know the woman personally. Don't know what's in her heart. But she is a whore of the industry. I believe it. Allegedly saying shit. I'm going to get rid of that narrative too. Because we can believe what we want to believe based on research, based on our analytics, based on our experience. She did whorish things. The industry is filled with whores. Black women who are not in or of the industry should not ever identify with those bitches. If you do, you're doing a disservice to yourself. If you work every day, you have a career not attached to that, you are degreed, you are accomplished, you come home every night, you have a significant other, you have children that you feed and clothe and educate every night. You have no business identifying with a whore. Get that shit in your head. The minute you do that, you disqualify everything about yourself. You're not in her situation, excuse me, because you're not in that situation. You can't say, I would have, because you don't know what it took for her to get there. You don't know the process it takes to get there. You don't know the casting couch. You don't know who she had to gag on. You're listening to scripted bios, scripted interviews, and go, oh yeah, hey, yeah, girl, Stop that dumb shit. And saying, no, because she's black. And you ask her in front of her handlers if she's black and see what the hell she say. Hmm? When they don't tell you through their mouth, they show you with their action. They don't identify as black. They don't move black. So stop getting on social media arguing with each other and saying, yeah, oh, you black men are the same. This and that. She did this and she did that. You don't know shit. So don't do it. We are far, far removed from how we move and who we are supposed to be. You're looking at these institutions because you've been conditioned to do so. You just sit back and ask yourself, am I a human being? So what is my purpose as a human being? How do I evolve? And at no point right now in this society and how we're being governed does it have anything to do with you evolving as a human being and adding on to the universal truth of how things function. You don't question your existence, you're going to run into the wrong path and just jump your ass in there. And you just off and running into all these different paths, different lanes. And that shit might not even be your purpose. And you want to argue each other down. And nobody wants to be wrong. The shit that doesn't have nothing to do with you, because the shit doesn't have nothing to do with nothing. It is a created distraction to take you away from your humanity. You don't come to East New York to the track and wonder why them girls get shot. You don't go to the tracks in Memphis or Vegas or the Bay Area. You ain't on them Atlanta tracks wondering why them young girls out there selling ass, why they get shot and cut and beat. But because they get this bitch a pair of red bottoms, you care so much? Because this little nigga could sing a note or two, you men identify with him? And they said he drew down on a black woman and let go a weapon? You identify and sympathize with that shit? Nah. Hell no. What are you here for? And when you find out what you're here for, then you'll look at your enemy. And then you will know, nigga, you stopping me. You stopping me from reaching my potential to be greater. Then none of this shit gonna matter. Because you will figure out the right path. That's all I'm saying. Learn how to look at these things that they're presenting to you to take you off of your train. None of that shit got to do with humanity. It's theatrics. That's whole shit. Simp shit. Deviant behavior shit. And because the camera's on and the flash is on and it's running through your timeline at a viral pace, you think that that shit mean that you identify with that bullshit? Nah. Nah. Not coming into 2023. I'm too busy trying to tell y'all to get your head up out of that 1866 reparations talk bullshit. I'm going to add another layer and let y'all identify with hoes and simps. Not over here. Nah, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. This tribe is different. We on higher level thinking, way up out of here. There's a purpose. There's a purpose in why we here. And you wasn't born to sit here and argue about whether he guilty or she lying. You ain't come through your father's loins and your mother's womb to talk about that shit. If you think that's your purpose, you at the wrong channel here. You on the wrong channel here. This ain't the tribe for you. Shit. So again, I just had to put that out there. The justice system handles us how we allow it to. I always say be militant, remain militant, soldier up. Be on point at all times, because it's always there. Two things I always am prepared for: going back to jail and death. Always. When you are an oppressed individual and you know it, and you are a fighter, those things are hourly at any given time. So you live with your life, or you live your life with integrity, honor, and a consistent revolution. That's it. That's it. Now, whether you call it extreme, I'm safe. I'm here. Never went back. You ain't seen me in a pair of cuffs. You never read that timeline nowhere. Ain't been no back and forth from me. They got their dime and you ain't seen none of that shit. Simple as that. What's your path? What is your potential? Recognize it. And be great. Be great. And we can't be great alone. We can't be great alone. It's a team effort, baby. It's a team effort. You see what happens when you're alone, right? They pick your dumb ass off. They pick your dumb ass off. Every one of these rappers, every one of these entertainers, every one of these athletes, separate. Separate. And they get picked off. They get picked off. And even when they come together, and they come together with the wrong mentality, with the wrong direction, they end up with the same results. When you ask yourself, get busy on the mic, what do you desire out of life? Go deeper with the question, what is life? What is life? All right? Because up until this point, many of us inherited the idea of what life is. Never bothered to question it ourselves. It was inherited. Your grandmother told you what's life. Your father told you was life. His father or mother told him what was life. Some of us without parents were told by a system. So before you can understand what you want out of life, what is life? What is life? How the fuck do you know you're alive? What dimension are you really in? These are deep questions. And when you start to ponder on it and start to answer, you'll know that this shit ain't it. And then you have to fight against it. Now your glasses is on. But you can't take them off. Eat the pill. You stuck in it. You stuck in it. And it's heartbreaking in here. Once you in it. Because it ain't no rewards until we win. No rewards in it until we win. You got to get your little joy in the fight, baby. And nobody's done it. So we don't know if we're going to get a belt at the end. We don't know if we're going to get a ring. We don't know if we're going to get a cup. We don't know shit. Till you got to fight and win and find out. Gotta fight. Find your purpose. Find out what is life. You dig? Ask the sun, moon, and stars. It's science. It's mathematics. If you see something that's not science and math, then that's created by another human. Anything that we deal with on a different level is science and mathematics, baby. Governed by laws of science and math. Perfections and imperfections. Vibrations and ohms. You deal with some shit that's made by man. Fuck out of here. What made that man better than you? What made her interpretation better than what yours is? You inherited a funky ass belief. And you have a perception of that shit. And you allow that to disturb what's going on inside with you. And you gather all this baggage, insecurities, and all this other weird shit. No, you better find out what's your purpose, what's your path. And anything that destroys or attempts to destroy your potential to be greater, you cut them fuckers down at the knee. If not, you keep talking that, or we can be together and kumbaya and let's vote and no and policies and all this other thing. Well, I'll just wait and yeah, you're going to be fucked up. That's it. I'm not here to bullshit you. I don't know what the rest of them doing, the doctors and these ladies and this and that and they out and up yet and all this other letter shit and I'm an influence and all them other motherfuckers telling you. You're going to be waiting a long ass time if you waiting for somebody else. That's all I'm telling you. Fuck them niggas and they bullshit. You keep waiting for that stupid shit, you're going to get old and your ass going to transition. That's it. You keep waiting on reparations. You keep waiting on the Lord. You keep waiting on all that other little funny shit that people put in your head. It is what it is. I ain't got time to lie to you. I ain't got time to lie to you. Other people do that shit. So, again, I'm about 85%. So I had to come on. So we're going to be getting it in the coming days. All right? For everybody who touched that green screen, it's much appreciated. Again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Believe in my belief in you. Okay? I'm telling y'all stronger than y'all know. Y'all just don't know it. These people can't fuck with y'all. Stop believing in the bullshit. You gotta stop. Shit is a lie. If it don't make sense, the shit don't make sense. Stop empathizing and sympathizing with that simp shit. Because they don't empathize with you at all. At all. As cold it is out here tonight, your ass will be out there butt ass naked and they'll keep on driving. Oh shit, look at that. You see that? Yeah, they stuck in the hood. They won't give a damn about you. You'll be out there colder than a witch titty nipple and goddamn this shit here tonight without a bra. And they will keep it moving on your ass. Damn them people. You got enough distractions. You got enough. You could be distracted by every goddamn thing. It's time to focus. All right? Well, again, believe in my belief in you. All right? We're going to get busy soon enough. It's time for a woman up. I ain't been there all week. Ladies, it's woman up time. It's woman up time. Make sure y'all ready. All right? Make sure y'all ready. Because it's important. It's important. All right? Peace.